So we are with our digital sculpting class, AKA formerly known as ZBrush. And we are going to look at Vectary. So I played with it a little bit over break. I played with it at the beginning of break, and I messed with it last night thinking, oh, this will be easy. And I find it frustrating. I think the biggest frustration I have is, so I wanted us to do Easter eggs for Easter. And they have some videos. So did you find the videos on there about Easter eggs?
I did not.
So they have 2 or 3 types of Easter eggs. The downside is one, they don't really give you instructions in the video. So I had to keep pausing it to see what tools they were using. 2, I'm pretty sure that it's a premium thing because of how the tools lay out, or it's old and it's updated so much that the tools aren't in the same spot. So I found that frustrating.
Right.
So I will show you. Hang on a second. Let me do this. Hit that button. Okay, and then I'm going to go back. So I'm going to show you what I accomplished because I deleted out some of my stuff and then I redid some things. So boop, Vectary. Now, let me pop up my chat thing just in case somebody else joins us. So, of course, this is my original one. That was my messing around with and trying to do some things. And then these guys, so 0 minutes ago, and this one was 11 hours ago. This one used to be my 11 hours ago. I got rid of all my other stuff. I deleted out because since we're not premium, we're limited to 3 drafts. And I think that was part of the problem. So we'll pop into this one, and you can see what I was doing last night. And this kind of frustrated me. This might be the one that maybe won't open. So, okay, so this was remember my purple egg? So there's my purple egg. And if you notice, I have 2 of them because I was trying to mess with it and do some things. So I made a duplicate, and I'm only at, my pellet count here is 122,000. But I started trying to do some really complex things, and it would lock up and crash on me really bad. And I didn't think I was doing too much of complex things.
What complex things?
So here's the complex things. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So switch it to the shader view because it looks better. So see the lattice work? So what I'm trying to do is I was trying to make this lattice, and then I wanted to give it a twist. So it's an object right now. So I went into edit, and you can see I have all of this structure. If I go into texture view, I have to go up to this one. Now I can see all my textures. And then what I wanted to do was come in here, and I worked with the mesh tools a little. By the way, moving the mesh tools, I tried to grab the ring and pull it. You have to get to the move arrow. But then you have all these like little extra tools, and I'm not easily seeing what they do. So these are the ones that I use to make this kind of pop out a little bit. And then the smooth tool, you can't go reverse. You can only go positive numbers, which I find a little frustrating. And then the weld does the same thing. I can't go reverse on weld, but I can go forward and then, but I'm not really seeing what all that's doing for my structure. When I come into here, I think, like I'd like to cut it, but that does some funky stuff. What I'd really like to do is, see how you see that inner egg? I'd like to get rid of the inner egg and just have the lattice work on the outside. And so we'll go to the video in just a second and we'll see what they did. And you'll see what I mean. It's a little frustrating. So it's good for me because it reminds me again of what what I think it is. Like sometimes when I do stuff and you guys are like, wait a minute, Abel, what did you just do? That's exactly how this video bugs me a little bit. So what I want to be able to do is I want to come in. So I want to stop doing that. See, and it just moves it back here. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to really get into some of the other editing and do a twist with it and twist these around. So instead of being straight up and down, they kind of were working around like a little
You mean like
structure.
like a spiral staircase kind of thing?
Yes, just exactly like that. So, because I thought, oh, that'd be cool. And then I thought I could cut out sections of the lattice, or I could make some of it solidified. So I haven't done all that yet. So I pop out of here. Do I want to save? Sure, we'll save what I did. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm doing nothing here. Because like that top is really kind of messy right now up here. And the bottom's not too bad. The bottom looks like a pretty cool spider web. But I'd really like to learn how to get rid of that inside piece.
Right.
All right, so now we're going back to Vectary, save. So that's not too bad. So literally last night, after 15 minutes, it would switch tools on me in this project here. So if I go to their main site and I go to Learn, and under Learn, they have all these wonderful little doodlemers, which we can do with Vectary. So if I type in Easter egg, these are the Easter eggs they made. And I'm like, because this is what I imagined us doing.
Right.
I know, isn't that cool? And I thought, okay, if we got them all done, what we could do is we could end up maybe saving the files, and then next year we could 3D print them when we get back to school, or if we get back to school. But I'm just gonna hit this video and we'll make it bigger. So there's absolutely no sound, which makes me mad. It's only a minute long, and this is exactly how fast they go. It took me an hour to figure out how to get this map. And see, he's going negative, or she is going negative into their design. So I want to pop that back again. So he comes over here, he hits this button, and these buttons are across the top of our menu, I think. And see, but like, okay, they get rid of the inner egg. I'm like, wait a minute, how did you do that? So, and I mean, they've got a really cool diamond pattern, but they go positive and negative space on theirs. And I'm like, how are you doing positive and negative space? And then if you look, some of the tools are different, but that's how they're gonna make it so it's 3D printing. And they have to, if you notice, they have to cut it in half to do the print proper, and then they must glue it together. So that's one of their videos there. And then they do go through and show you like how to do these guys, but it's the same process, but it's not helping me to help you guys. Like, even if we could figure out like the solid egg, wouldn't be bad. I really wanted to try to do some of these, like the little spirally guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they're only like little 1-minute videos.
Right. I mean, other people on YouTube who, not like videos not from Vectary, but people who use Vectary on YouTube. I only did a cursory search of YouTube, so I wasn't diligent in it, because I thought, okay, this place would have the best idea. I don't think this would be hard to do, because all they're doing is, it looks like they're extracting. So they're selecting parts and extracting, and then they do the, I don't know what they just did there. It looks like they might have doubled the lattice. And again, printing in 2 parts.
Right.
So one of the things that I'd want to do is this is, oh, they cracked the egg when they did it too. I would want it to be, if I'm making it in 2 parts, get rid of all those, I would want it to kind of lock together maybe so that I could put an egg in it and then take it apart and take the egg back out. So let's see if we can do that last one as us working together. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this project because it's pretty messed up. So up it goes. I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna start with a sphere, boink. And I don't know why, but I like it in the shader mode. It just looks nicer to me. Grab him, make him a little bit longer to make my egg-like shape. We could do the taper. There it is. And apply the taper, and that's how we get that kind of nicer egg. And I kind of like that shape. So then we go to edit. Why did it not bake? There we go. Bake. And then I probably, now that I look at it, should have messed with the geometry a little. And got to remember how we messed with geometry. That was a while ago.
When you say geometry, you mean?
The poly count, how we increase or decrease poly count.
I don't remember.
Put it back. Oh, I did find this out. Press M. We can select all. It was because there's how I thought I could do the twist in the other one, but that did not work out well. I really did forget how we added geometry. Because we're still dealing with polygons. Ooh, oh, someone got some leg in there. How's the fam going? Everybody doing well?
Yes. They have a new packet thing, so I have to go talk to them. They have a new packet set up. Hey, do you guys do your math pack? Do your math pack?
Boink. So this is the smooth threshold. So I come over here, I'm in edit. I've got my object selected. Come over here, top one, smooth threshold. And I can type in a number or see how it goes to a slider arrow up and down. And then if you watch on the screen, you'll start to see, if you look at the edges out here, this is going to go from very angular to smooth. So I'm at 21 right now. And see how it nicely smooths that guy out? So at 100, still a little bit of an angle, but not much. Come back over here, start again. It doesn't seem to be doing much at above 100, but it's not dropping down. It's not cutting our polygons. And this is the symbol for polygons. And we're on select faces. It's not what we want. We don't want that. This will let us draw on it, which I don't think we really want to do. And if we go back to it as an object there, opacity, that doesn't seem to do anything for us. This clicked into advanced. Doesn't seem to really add from basic. All it does is it opens up those menus.
Mm-hmm.
I know we did it the one day.
I know we did it, and I did it on my thing.
Oh, haha, I bet that's it. Let's find out. Go to shaded view, come here, subdivide surface. Yep,
Subdivide surface, yeah.
subdivide surface. I don't know why it keeps flopping off of that. Okay, so there we go. So subdivide surface, that's our friend. Now, I think if we go in and we go back to edit, and it's going to say, do you want to bake it? Yep, we want to bake our egg. And then we want to do selection, and I think we just want to select surfaces. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Control Z. It goes back to normal. And oh, shift. I'm going to bet shift does global. No. I would have thought that if we hit shift, it would. What about control? Okay, so control gives us a ring. Ooh, I wonder where that pucker came from. So control. Okay, you see a whole bunch of ones. So right now I'm holding down control and I'm left clicking. And it's giving me a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get, I can't move that guy out of the way right now. Okay, now I'm going to go over here to extrude, which is hotkey E. Pull this out. And then, so that's how we pop it out. Now, how do I separate it? Nope, not collapse. Cut.
Oh no, we definitely don't want cut. Yeah, maybe we do want cut. Because then we can make small holes. But if I want to get rid of the whole thing, because see here, it's still one solid.
Mhm.
Mm. If I do this cap, it'll close that hole I made. So there I can do slope or smooth. So it refilled in my mesh where I took out the hole. So that's the cap. It's not bridge. Don't want to make a circle. I thought it was. Collapse does this. It takes us all the way. Control Z, I just Control Z back. I just want to make sure. Oh my gosh. Shift Control Z does not go forward. It does say that. Well, it's fibbing to us that Shift Control Z will go forward.
Yeah.
So, but see, and so that's where it's a little bit frustrating, is it gives us this problem. Our next problem is we can export them as object files, except for it says upgrade, which we're not going to upgrade. So so that was the other downside to it, was we can't save them and print them without doing an upgrade to it. So we're going to use that. We'll use it to do some things. The next thing I want to do is, there is a good, and there's a couple of tutorials that I found that talk about how to use the letters. And I'd like you guys to take your name and mess with it a little bit inside of Vectary. So first name, last name, think about how to play with them on planes, try to maybe put some holes inside of it. And we'll do that for this week. And then next week, we're going to look at how to do lighting effects. So if you don't have a free one, make sure you save where you are, and then take some screenshots of it and before you delete it, because you're getting credit for everything you do. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so we're gonna hit stop on video because we're done with video for today.